Welcome to the Load Time Podcast, everyone. We've got an exciting episode. We are here together once again. I am shattered. I said I was going to do the intro, but I just messed up.
You're always tired.
I've run out of mana.
This is every day.
Man needs a sensu bean.
I need a sense of being all like.
You need a clone.
I need a Phoenix down, bruv. That's what I need.
Yeah, Dave.
I feel like I am.
I remember how they had to rewrite the description of Phoenix Down because people were like, "Why did Ares? So just give Phoenix Down and throw an Ares." And they were like, "Oh, it doesn't no longer like resurrects you. It just like makes you awake from incapacitation." So it's like, "Oh, I can't
really?
Resurrect.
Is that what? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, because when you think about that's
because it doesn't make any sense, does it? Yeah, everybody's crying about her dying, but then just give her a Phoenix Down.
It is kind of torturous, though, if you really think about the concept of Phoenix Down. Let's say you find a super boss in Final Fantasy, and you just keep and you just keep getting revived. It's so painful. Like,
I mean, what you're describing right now is every Dark Souls game, essentially.
Yeah.
Because even at least in Dark Souls, it's not game over. It's just your character resurrects. You do it again.
Yeah.
Even in Final Fantasy, it actually is game over.
Yeah.
You have to go to your last save point.
Yeah, even with Elden Ring, that's true. You actually die, you get resurrected as
you actually die.
Elden Ring as a tarnished, you can't die. Yeah.
Yeah, and say all of them, all of those.
Yep, it's Loading Time Podcast. This is how we do it.
It's how we just talk crap.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead with the recommendations. You know who we are by now. Sean, Demi, and Elijah. But if you're new, I'll let you figure out who's who. I feel like the Joker.
Choose your Negro.
There is a bomb attached to your seat, and there's 3 Negroes on your screen. Guess the name.
Otherwise, pick the right one.
Gosh.
What I've been doing? I mean, I finally finished Berserker Kazan, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But the story, I'm like, why? I mean, I know why. A lot of times things don't really like focus on story that much, or they make it like a small part of the narrative. There's no like in Hollow Knight, for example, that's what.
Yeah.
There's no like linear story. You just pick stuff up and stuff happens, and then you try and figure out what the lore is. Yeah, and that's how Dark Souls runs as well. Like, there's no concrete like linear story.
Yeah.
So, but in Kazan there is like a linear story, but unfortunately, like the story isn't like great. No, sorry, rephrase. Story isn't bad, right? But the problem with it is that you don't get to like experience the story firsthand. You just see it in like these little like comic-y type shots. Because the villain basically is a villain because his woman got killed. And there's a bunch of this development for him that you don't see till the end, where his motivations for doing what he's doing. You don't really understand it completely. You kind of he's pissed because his girl died, basically. But you don't understand his relationship with the main character that you play. You don't understand the relationship with this girl that died. When you meet her, slight spoilers, but I mean, spoilers matter. Because basically what he's doing, he's like basically turning people into like these monsters essentially, and she dies, but he sort of like brings her back as like a monster, so you have to kill her, but your character's a bit like, oh crap, I have to kill this person, like who's my friend or whatever. But you don't care as a player. You don't care because you're just like, I've only just met this girl, you've spoken about her, like I've seen her writing like once, like a name written. Okay. Like you don't care. And then it's kind of like a shame that you don't get to play the good part of the story in the game. You just go through a dungeon, beat the boss, and then the cutscene plays and repeats. Gameplay wise, really, really good. Story wise, cack. So we've been doing that. An anime called Lord of Mysteries, I think, that was on Crunchyroll. It came on Crunchyroll recently, and basically it's I'm gonna just double check. Yeah, Lord of the Mysteries, I think. Yes. Yeah. And basically, right, it was on Crunchyroll, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, the art looks cool. I read a synopsis, and I was like, oh, I'll just watch like the first episode to see what it's like or whatever, because new good animes are hard to find. Clicked on it, and what's the first episode? It's basically a Chinese anime, right? Because there's some stuff, not a lawyer guy I usually send to you guys, right? He was explaining about why anime is now like spreading into other Eastern or even Western like culture and stuff. So it looks good, but the story doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, I was watching this thing and I was like, what's happening? I don't understand what's happening. Like, it's really pretty, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. There's no sense to it at all. Like I bet any of you just watch that first episode and tell me what's about. Like I watched first episode and I was like,
Put it
in the chat. Yeah, I'm putting in the group chat and I'll have.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? Like, if you watch it, in the next episode, we'll talk about how like nonsensical that first episode is. Like, you have no idea what's going on. And in fact, today I saw a meme on Instagram with a guy basically saying when your friend pretends to understand the storyline of an anime, and it's that anime he's talking about. He just like doesn't know what it's about. Downloaded Expedition 33 today. Haven't started playing it yet, but downloaded it. So
good choice.
Start doing that. And lastly, I think that might be it for now.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Next.
Elijah, you go,
Yeah.
because I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk about what I played and then I'll talk about recommendation as well, so I don't get mixed the two. But in terms of what I've played, Expedition 33, finished it finally over the weekend. I think I told Demi this, that I thought it was a top 10 game in terms of my list. Top 10 was definitely top 3 now. Like, that game is incredible. There's nothing wrong with that game, bro. I can't even lie. Like, I was surprised at how good the story was. Because it got to a part in the story when you're like, it's going down this route. This is kind of dangerous territory, because these types of stories
like cliche or
no, these types of stories, when it goes down this route, it's like it's hard to kind of wrap it up well. But bro, like, it was well thought of. It was well put together. Even the endings, I was like, bro, I don't even know what kind of an ending this is. This isn't. You can't even say it's a happy story. It's like a tragedy. It's like a Greek tragedy. It's ridiculously sad. But I can't. Yeah, it's really. Yeah, I was like, raw. Like, even just from setting the story aside, just the gameplay is incredible, man. You're gonna play. There's some boss fights. I'm just like, these are some of the best bosses I've ever fought.
I'm hoping that this thing gives a resurgence to good turn-based JRPGs again, because I hope Square Enix are looking and being like, maybe we should like go back a bit.
I don't think they will. I mean,
basically one reason why I said it, because like a couple of days ago I was thinking about Final Fantasy Rebirth's combat that I like. Like, I do like it, right? But I also compare it to like Final Fantasy 16's combat, and I was like, and I don't. Whenever I play, I'm just like, this is not an RPG. Like, it's not.
Right.
Like, I couldn't. I stopped playing because I was like, it's not an RPG. And I'm just sort of hope that people kind of go like, people still like turn-based games, and Expedition 33 made some. Well, I don't know if it made like loads of money, but it did so well.
Sold a lot of copies though, so hopefully it did.
Yeah, like over 3 million or something. That people kind of go like, maybe we should try going back to our roots again. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a space for it. There's definitely a space for it. Because the ones that have come out in the past 2 years, Metaphor, the Atlas turn-based game. Obviously, you have the Persona games, but there hasn't been a new Persona in a while. But then you have this game as well. These Octopath Travelers, Baldur's Gate. Like, there is a market for really good turn-based games. So yeah, and if
would you call Baldur's Gate? I guess
of course you would turn-based. Yeah, of course, yeah.
I thought it was like tactical turn-based. I guess
I wouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
I know what you mean, but I wouldn't.
Because of all the moving around.
There's a lot you can do with the turn-based elements, but I wouldn't compare it to like a Final Fantasy Tactics game.
You wouldn't? Okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, so that's why I wouldn't say it's a tactics game.
Right. Okay.
But but like, even just the gameplay, from the gameplay standpoint alone, man, some of the boss fights, bro. There's the one I told you that took me 2 weeks to beat. It was even getting me to a point where I was like, let me just finish the story and then come back later, because I couldn't finish the story without finishing the super boss. Which is and I don't know if I did it the right way, because once I finished the boss, I just one-shotted the final boss and ended the story.
That happens,
and then you miss a lot of the narrative and the banter that goes along during those bits, especially when it goes to the ending as well. So it's like, I didn't really. I mean, it was just over. But then when I looked back at some of the walkthroughs, you see what there's actually saying, and it's like, it kind of adds a bit more to those fights. But it's fine. Overall, but there's nothing. I can't say anything bad about the game in terms of the music. Some of the best music I've heard as well. The boss fights, just it's quite funny because it's a French developer. Some of the boss fights they're speaking French and they actually spoiling the story for you. So if you understand French, you actually know what's happening. Obviously, at the time you'd be like, "What the hell are they talking about?" But it's actually telling you verbatim what is happening. So some people that's
omelette de fromage.
yeah,
omelette.
So apparently, if you can understand French, the story will be spoiled for you. But obviously, you wouldn't know the context behind the story.
Yeah.
But
Skill Up did like a good video about the development of Clair Obscur, and the people who even the press down to the person who made the music, the person who did the story, like there are people who are just like they're not known people at all.
Yeah.
They're just like the small, like just hobbyists.
That's what you call pure meritocracy. You know, they took the best and the brightest. It didn't matter where you're from or how much experience you had. If you're good, come make this game. It does feel a bit Chrono Trigger in terms of it just feels like all the stars aligned. You've got the best guys doing it at the same time, but will they be able to replicate that?
Yeah. I might have to get this game still.
You should get, bro. I'm telling you, like the hype and the best thing about it is the community because they don't spoil anything for you, which is just,
that's good,
bro.
You're so burned by this now.
No, I've never felt a fan base that is so well behaved. Like I was going weeks and weeks and weeks playing the game. I was seeing the Expedition 33 stuff coming up, and everyone was just so respectful. It's like, oh, I just finished Act 1. Oh my god, but they don't tell you what happened. Oh, I just fought this boss. Oh my god, he's a ridiculous. They don't tell you exactly what happens and this and that until you actually really want to go and find it, right?
Did you find that there are quite a lot of spoilers in like bigger RPGs? I mean,
Final Fantasy, and God of War. But that was my fault. I was looking for something for God of War, and then that got spoiled. If I didn't look for it, I wouldn't have seen it. But I wish I didn't see that. I really have you guys have finished. Have you played Ragnarok?
Yeah.
When Brock,
the newest one,
Brock
right?
Brock being
Yeah, I played I didn't play any of the expansions, but I played.
Actually, let me not. Let me not say anything.
I'm not gonna play.
Now, just for the viewers, just in case because it's a big spoiler. I'd rather not do that.
Okay.
Is this an expansion thing that you're talking about?
No, it's not. It's not. It's the biggest shock in the original game.
Yeah.
That and I was like, fuck. Like I wish I was.
And that's what you saw.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah. I was like, fuck's sake.
That would be. Yeah.
No. I didn't even see. I didn't even see that bit. You know, I saw. I kind of knew what was coming. Yeah. So I was like, oh fuck, I really wish I didn't see that. But that was my fault. But there's some, like for example, Ironheart, where I wasn't looking for it. Just this guy's. But I was like, okay, whatever. That's what I was like. I'll watch it whenever I feel like, but it's kind of killed it for me. But yeah, with Expedition 33, they're not gonna go out of your way to spoil it for you, which is good. So
okay.
Yeah, they're well behaved, man. So yeah, just if you look, I'm just telling you, if you got the time to play a game, that's the first game you should play, and you won't be disappointed at all. That game is ridiculous. It's in my top 3. Might be 2. I don't know. I need to think about it, but it's definitely in my top 3.
This keeps climbing.
It might be 2. I don't think anything can knock out it. Actually, I don't even know. You know, it might do. I don't know. It might do. I need to think about it properly. Okay. I don't know if I'll play. Would I play again?
Play what again?
Expedition 33. I don't know if I want to.
We might have to do a ranking episode for ranking the RPGs.
Yeah,
I mean,
we might have to do a tier list.
It'd be pretty easy. There aren't that many
good,
like the ones that we keep
that all-time list
between us that were like, yeah, these are great
all time.
Maybe we do 3. Maybe we do a top 3, like just to make it.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, your top 3.
Because would that be hard?
I think I know what's in my top 3, but we will talk about the group chat.
And make a list and see what we can do with that. But
yeah. I think I know what my list is, but yeah. But no, man, bro, that game is. I didn't think it would be as good as I thought it was. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, the game is good," but bro, it's really good. It's really, really good. Okay. I don't even know how people say it. Yeah, it's more than a 9. I can't. If people score it lower than a 9, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, that game is sick. There's nothing wrong with that game at all, man. Oh no! I tell a lie. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes the audio just cuts when you're doing boss fights. See, I just ran that. I don't know if it's just me, but it's like the audio just stops playing at some points when
better than what normally happens with the games these days. You just crash.
Yeah.
It's just crash now.
But man, it's
good, man.
Yeah.
Alright, nice.
Anyway, Play the game. Oh yeah, in terms of that's not even my recommendation, but whatever. My recommendation is Tiny Chef, bro. Like that.
Are you watching?
No, I'm not watching it. Just that particular cancellation video.
That's all you've seen.
That's what you need to watch. It just keeps popping up on my timeline. But that cancellation video was just like so well done. And when you speak to the developers,
it was very well done.
They were told by for those who don't know, Tiny Chef is cooking show is part of like a Nickelodeon series that's going on for about 2 years now. But they also announced that they were cancelled due to the merger that's kind of ongoing and some delays and stuff like that. So Nickelodeon basically said we don't have the money to kind of invest in you anymore. So the writers thought this is kind of sad, and from our perspective, but let's do it for the perspective of the actual host in the show. So they pretended as if Nickelodeon's calling to tell Tiny Chef personally that he's been cancelled. And you can just kind of see the 5 stages of grief kind of hit him. And it just hit a lot of people. Like, this got to be like real emotional. I was like, right, I actually really felt like the worst day of your life. Like, you can kind of imagine the worst day of your life and that it being told through that perspective. So that was really good. And they
very well put together.
It was really well put together. They did a bit of a fundraiser to try and keep the show on social media, which they've managed to do. Yeah, a lot of people love Tiny Chef. So I don't know where it goes from here, but if they make it more adult themed, it might be interesting.
Okay.
But no, man, it's just, that's something AI can never do, bro. Like, I can't lie. Like, if AI manages to capture the emotions,
like they will try.
I've seen some AI projects, man. They suck, bro. They absolutely reek. You can just see it. It's AI. It's not.
Jujutsu no Kaisen. Some of it is done with AI, but not all of it. But some of it is. The fan made.
The
Jujutsu Kaisen thing. That's why I see. I read it.
I just want to see the first ever like AI movie, like say that hits.
Yeah,
hits theaters
when they figure out
just
how
look
to
like shit, bro. I mean, we still can't figure out CGI, and it's been how long now? It's just even common CGI we can't. You think we can sort out AI?
We'll see.
Not when it comes to the creative arts. No. Anyway, Demi.
No. We'll see. You
have one, Demi? Anything?
I'm just watching
work.
That's my recommendation. Go get a job. I'm watching Squid Game at the moment, final season. I think I have 1 or 2 episodes left to watch. That thing is depressing as hell, man. Damn. It's
I don't think I haven't finished the first season.
You haven't finished the first?
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, I'm not really that bothered about the show.
I started season 2, okay. But I didn't finish season.
Yeah, it's so depressing.
I'm sure it's good.
I'm sure
it's good, but
these guys are terrible people. They're horrible people. I'm just wondering, this Squid Game was in Nigeria. Like, how would it be?
Bro.
Like, there would be no organization.
Exactly the same.
Even the people, even the people that are that are in charge would be really bad as well.
Apparently, there's like an American one that's in production at the moment.
Yeah, so I heard,
or so I've seen, but I don't know.
Bro, Gansel's real life, we'll be finished, bro. I'm telling you, Gans. You know the story of Gans is like they didn't have to do all of these things that they did. They chose to, because it was just entertainment for them.
Yeah,
which is the most.
Well, that sounds about right.
That was the most effed up thing about the whole thing. Is like they put all that suffering into that game just for a laugh.
It's for fun. Yeah. So what else are you doing apart from
Squid Game?
Is there anything else?
I haven't done anything. I just downloaded the Ninja Turtles beat 'em up game.
Oh, that game came out a while ago, didn't it?
Which one?
Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, is that the adventure beat 'em up game?
Yeah, similar to like the Turtles in Time one.
Yeah,
where it's like updated mechanics and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to playing that.
Okay, is this on Switch? Have you got a Switch 2 yet?
It's no, I haven't got a Switch 2 yet. No, it's on different consoles, I think. But I just downloaded it on my PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, looking forward to playing that. But I haven't actually played. I literally just downloaded it today. So yeah, might play it with the wife. See what she thinks.
Expedition 33,
she'll only slow me down.
Yeah, you know that game, bro.
You know what's funny about this, right? You see, she's getting like better at like navigating around. Right?
I can see her back.
Yeah.
Because before it was like move, stop, turn, move, stop,
Yeah.
turn. And now she's like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Get used.
Proud. You're like a proud daddy.
and she's like, because it's roguelike, she's like, oh, I can mix that with that. And I'm like, soon we'll get you on Baldur's Gate. Don't worry, just wait.
I literally just downloaded the demo of Baldur's Gate as well. So
Did you?
Oh,
yeah.
right. So really,
So
play it,
I'm-
and then you're gonna be like,
I
this
might
game
s-
is rubbish.
yeah,
Like, what am I doing?
yeah.
This game is rubbish.
First 2 hours, I was like, this game sucks, bro.
maybe I'll
And then you're
stream
like,
it.
oh my god, actually,
So what?
this game's actually.
I was like, oh, my party's dead. What do I do now? Do I have to start again? I couldn't bring them back. I was so cool. I
I
was so
think
confused.
I'm definitely gonna stream it so you guys can watch me playing it.
Oh, so funny, so funny watching you die. You should do maybe do Dark Edge Run. Oh my god, if he does Dark Edge Run first try, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. I mean, I like Dark
be a
Edge
bit
Run. I
mad.
think everyone should do Dark Edge Run first.
But yeah,
Okay, is there anything else you were?
no, literally nothing else.
Okay, can move on to what's next?
News?
News.
Yeah,
news.
Elijah, do you want to talk about your? I mean, I know some of the Xbox layoff stuff, but
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
go
it's
on.
pretty much the layoffs that they announced that Xbox have closed down a number of their own studios, and as a result, as a
again.
consequence, they've cancelled pretty much some games that are like up and coming games that a lot of our fans were looking forward to, like Perfect Dark. I remember that they showed some like a gameplay trailer of that a while ago, and everyone's quite excited. Oh yeah, Perfect Dark remake is gonna come. You know, it came out in the 2000s, like the spiritual successor to GoldenEye, which is one of the best games on the N64. And then they just said, "Yep, we're closing down the studio, and now we're canceling Perfect Dark." So it peed off a couple of people. They announced layoffs of thousands of staff as well, and also
Yeah.
that a number of different studios as well have gone down. So everyone's quite kind of a bit like worried about the state of Xbox, and even the gaming developers were talking about some of the issues with Xbox. They think the main issue is the Game Pass is that it just really artificially kind of brings down sales, because if you're saying this game is coming out and you buy it for £40, knowing that if you buy this game for £40 and you know that in the next couple of months it's going to be for free on Game Pass through a subscription, why wouldn't you just wait until it comes out? Why would you buy it day one?
Yeah,
It doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, there are strange things happening like over there. I don't really understand like exactly what they're. I think because they're on the back foot as well, and they have so much money that it's really confusing to know what they're doing. Because like first they removed their exclusive deals, which is like okay, and then they're like we're gonna make everything an Xbox. We're gonna make it handheld, and you're like okay, you're a bit late to the party with the handheld at the moment, but apparently it's fine. They're going to do another console. It's basically just going to be a bit like a PC. People are saying that probably might be able to just download Steam on it. Like it's just a gaming PC, but like as a console is probably their next sort of shift. And like you say, they're closing. It's weird because they're closing. Because I don't know the studio that basically made that game. I can't remember what it was called. Where he's a guy who has like a robo arm and he has a guitar, and I think he had to beat him up with it. They closed that studio, which was weird. Like years ago, they closed that studio. Yeah, that's the face to make. Just like because that game was like really successful. So it's like, why have you? Yeah, and the guy I always watch, he's always annoyed by it because it's like you guys make like so much money, and yet it doesn't really matter if a studio does a good job or not. It's just like they just look and be like, let's just lay off blah. And there's probably a rhyme and reason for it from a business perspective, but there's just it feels like it doesn't really matter what you do as a studio.
Yeah.
You just become like an asset that with numbers essentially that they can just sort of be like, well, you're not doing Call of Duty numbers. So because they canceled Blizzard's Blizzard game as well. But people also say maybe it's to do with the fact that they weren't doing a lot of oversight. There was a game called, I don't know if it was called like, was it Red Dawn or something? It was a vampire like themed shoot 'em up game that came out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it bombed because it was just bad.
Right.
It was just like badly designed. It was buggy, and it was sold as a AAA title. but it was just like it bombed so bad, like a waste of money, because basically there was barely any oversight from Microsoft looking at them being like, "Is this product
there
viable or
wasn't
not?" It just
much oversight or. Oh right, that's
there wasn't.
interesting. You say that,
Yeah, because it's a mixed bag. Because I'm like, oh, we bought like a company, a studio, and wanted to just sort of like do their work, like get on with
Yeah.
what you do. But at the same time, because I think one of the reasons they canceled the Blizzard one was because when I read in the book that I was reading was that there was a lot of time that money has been spent developing this thing, and there wasn't any really clear like agenda as to how it would actually be an end product.
Right.
And it was like there was like a mix between the software that they were using. I don't remember if it was on Unreal or not. Just issues around like how to get it to the finish line and like cohesively put everything together that then caused them to basically be like, okay, let's just cancel it then. And it might be a similar issue with Perfect Dark as well. That even though some people were like excited for it, they weren't. Not many people were blown away by the trailer. And apparently, a lot of the trailer was kind of fake.
Okay.
I mean, apparently one of the guys who was working there said that it's more or less basically what you could do in the game, but wasn't as polished as the trailer. And it might be a thing of like when they look at it and they'd be like, as a product, how viable is this? And if it's not viable enough now, they're like, okay, let's just axe it, because they don't want a situation like that vampire game where it was called.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe.
Wow. That's just peak.
I'm trying looking for the name now. But do you know anything else about it, Elijah?
No, not that much. It's just I've heard it from different perspectives. Some former Xbox developers are saying that it's mostly due to a cultural shift. That because you're talking about not much oversight. Some of them were saying that ever since Activision Blizzard acquisition happened, they've been a bit too hands on and they're too kind of focused on these developers and not just giving them the space to work. Some people just blame Game Pass.
Yeah.
They just say that because of these artificially kind of reduced game prices, it's kind of messing up the market. The developers don't want to have Xbox exclusives because they're not going to make as much sales, even though they'll promise beforehand that wouldn't be the case. And then lo and behold, they find out, oh yeah, actually it does. Game Pass does drive down sales, or duh. So yeah, just a lot of different things. So a lot of people have some reservations about the handheld, saying this: why would you buy a handheld if you already got an Xbox? There's not much of a difference. If anything, it's just a lower down, powered down version of the Xbox. So yeah, even though former developer even predicted that they'll probably leave the hardware kind of era entirely. They might not even make it to the next generation, which would be quite interesting.
People did say as well that they had a lot of issues actually working with the Xbox team when it comes to like trying to get things through, getting assistance with their actual hardware and software and stuff. Because you remember, like when BG3 came out, they couldn't actually run it on one of the versions of the Xbox. It wouldn't. Well,
What?
not run it. Sorry, rephrase. There was like a split screen thing that they wanted. I think it was co-op like split screen that they couldn't get to work properly on one of the Xbox Series, not the main one of the Xbox Series. And they had to just basically let them publish it because they were losing money essentially. Because they were like, because before the rule they have is that if it doesn't work on all this available series, then you can't release the game yet. So you have to get it working on everything. But they found it so hard to get to work on that Xbox Series version that Xbox were just like, okay, just do it for the main one, because at this point everybody's paying this game and buying this game and we're just losing out. So just let them like see that. So there's been lots of stuff going around, and I guess the Steam thing is a good idea, but I don't really see how it's going to make you, what's the word, competitive, because if people can play your games on the PlayStation, like, why wouldn't they? And if people have a computer or a Steam Deck, again, why would we buy an Xbox? It doesn't really make any sense to me. But
not much point there.
Yeah, Microsoft are just burning money, man. I don't know. They might just say it's not even worth it.
Yeah, and they're on like big companies. I mean, they're on Call of Duty now, so
yeah,
that's just Prince money.
One IP. I mean, I don't know. Is it really worth? Is it going to be a net positive? You bought basically one IP. You're going to make all your money back just through putting out. I mean,
they own lots of IPs, but that's just one of the biggest ones.
That's the one that makes the most money, like EA.
Yeah,
and
I even think Candy Crush. I I think they might have been done
They own
to
Candy Crush?
mobile games. Yeah, I know.
because Tencent owns a bit of
Yeah.
it, I think.
Because I know that's what Konami does.
But-
Konami make most of the money through mobile games. That's what they just left.
Yeah, it just makes so much
Because
money.
yeah, what did
Wow.
they used to do? The football game Pro, and then another. What else did Konami used to do? They just said we make most of our money through mobile, so let's just focus on that. And they've stopped
Yeah,
making
the
games.
mobile
Yeah,
market is
really lucrative.
so lucrative, annoyingly lucrative, which is
Because
annoying.
I just want to see good
Is it?
games, but yeah.
Is it them that do the pinball games now?
Who
Is it Konami that just does the
Yeah,
pinball?
Oh.
those pachinko machines.
might be Sega as well.
Yeah.
Sega. Although Sega are making games now again, but like they do a lot of the gambling stuff as well.
Yeah.
Just funny.
Or the live
just go where the money is.
Yeah, or live services.
Oh my
And all
God.
of that stuff. And,
I forgot about this thing. This is a slight like tangent, but Riot basically said they're going to allow betting on Valorant. You know what Valorant is?
Betting?
Valorant, yeah, I know
Yes.
the Valorant game, yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that a slippery slope?
Isn't that illegal? Like, isn't that legal? Like, how are they going to allow kids to...
I don't
How
know.
do they censor that? Like, what?
I hope that doesn't go through.
I mean, as the guy who was telling me who was talking about it, he was like, "This is like a terrible idea. Like, there's no
That
way
is a terrible.
I
you
need
can
to
do
look
this
into
without
this,
some
you
sort
know?
of like weird backlash or something." But there's talks that Riot are basically trying to get into the betting market
That is just so irresponsible.
with it, but in a responsible quote hand quotes way, which is going to be impossible, surely. Like, I don't even know why who they thought would be a good idea, but it sounds like a terrible idea. But anyway.
That sounds. That doesn't sound like, I don't know. That's gonna go very wrong if it
No,
if it
like
goes
I'm just
through.
waiting for them to be sued
Yeah.
by whatever person whose kids basically. I mean, kids are generally a bit addicted to some of the stuff. The gacha games. I mean, loot boxes obviously have been like changed slightly. Laws have changed in relation to like buying those, the resources to pay for skins and stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, I think I don't know if you know about that one, but basically, like if a skin costs 300, whatever, the store will only sell you 250. So basically, you have to buy a 250 and a 100 to then. So it's like a marketing thing, yeah. So you can't just pay once and get the thing. You have to buy 2 pieces of currency, and that leaves you with a little bit more.
That's evil.
So it's just like a thing. And I think
Street Fighter did that, and it was so annoying.
Yeah, it's very, very common. Like every single one that does.
Why did they do
things,
so? They do it just to make us.
It's a marketing thing. It's like I think it's a psychological thing where either I don't know the fact that you have now the leftover or something to do with the fact that you have to pay twice because technically you're paying more money for something. You give them, the 20 or the £10 for the one currency, and then the £10 for the £20 for one currency, £10 for another. So you give them 30, even though you only really want to spend 20 or 25.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
I
so
think
shady.
Some countries are tapping down on that because it's children essentially.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. I don't think anything good.
Yeah, that's not a good move.
No. We'll
I
see.
do at work. We do some stuff with Riot, I think.
Or is it?
Yeah. I don't want to say where I work here, but like, we do some stuff with Riot. So I imagine how that would affect. How it would affect things.
Well, it's
but
only one part because Riot is lots of. They have like at least 4 different games at least.
Okay.
So I know obviously they have an animation thing as well, but like it may only be the Valorant part and not that one. So I don't really know how they made this split it off. But you can basically, I don't even know if it might slip into League of Legends because League of Legends and Valorant are basically primed for betting because it's basically just football at this point. In the same way you can bet for football, you can bet for stuff. Right. But yeah.
Techie. Stop killing games. What's this about?
Yes. Stop killing games. So basically there's a petition going out in the EU and UK, 2 separate ones, to basically try to get lawmakers or governments basically to put laws in place to stop corporations from turning video games into like a loaning situation. Like, not all games are susceptible to this, but for example, the term like always online, like you buy a game that actually could be played offline, but it's impossible to play it offline. right?
Right.
So that means that the company has to. Might explain this badly, by the way, but the company has to basically like support the servers that manage the playing of this game, right?
Okay.
But if one day they decide, right, that money we're making from this thing isn't good enough, let's shut it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they shut down the servers, what happens to your game that you paid £40
Yeah,
for?
he can't. Yeah,
It's gone. It's gone. And it's become more and more common, like to the point where racing games has happened to some racing games. It hasn't to quite a lot of games where basically just like, it's different when it comes to things like MMOs. And even though you can technically, people still run certain MMOs like, without the corporations and stuff, because they just have a server ready. They probably can't take as much as a load as some of the other companies can. But with things like AWS, you can probably manage it. But anyway, but basically the petition basically is to try and incentivize corporations to not do that, because one, it's nonsense, and also as a customer, you're paying X amount of money for a game. Like imagine you're playing Expedition 33, and then halfway through you take a break for a little while, you come back and be like, the game's no longer available to play because the corporation that built it didn't want to support it anymore, so they just shut down the servers that somehow would, it can be something as simple as just like you have to log into something first.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So this petition is going around basically, and it's doing quite well at the moment, but it's only doing quite well because there's beef, which makes me laugh. It was doing okay, but even the guy who was setting it up, and I probably should drop his name just for fairness. Basically, he's done a really good job of like sorting this thing out, and Ross Scott, he's called. He's a YouTuber apparently, I think. But he's done a really good job of sort of setting this thing up and trying to like get it off the ground. And basically, there's another guy called Pirate Software, I think. I think he's an ex like Blizzard employee or something. But he was a game developer that also turned into like a YouTuber. He was also part of like OnlyFans, which is a World of Warcraft a hardcore like guild or whatever. But he's become quite like the point of like a high point of hatred around the internet because of this, the way he's handled many situations. In this one, basically, I saw like a summary of it, and basically what it is, to summarize, is that most people hear to stop killing games, they hear it in the way I've explained it, and they're like, that sounds like something that makes sense,
right?
And Pirate Software may have misinterpreted, or I don't know if he was rage baiting. I have no idea. But he was, in his words, he said, this thing that Ross Scott is doing is shit. Those are the words he said. He was like, it's rubbish. It doesn't cover like situations like properly. Like he gave an example as to how, let's say, it doesn't cover like, other games that aren't MMORPGs, whatever. Saying some stuff basically that got people to essentially like, decide that, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe I shouldn't sign it, because some people are just like that. You follow a streamer and that streamer says you do X. You're like, okay, if you're saying it, I trust you. The Ross Scott guy had to make another video just basically saying like basically critiquing what Pirate Software had said. And they had like beef on the internet. Like all these other people chimed in, like other streamers chimed in to basically be like, you're being too aggressive about your opinions about this thing, and it's negatively impacting what could be like a good thing, right? And this man is still being stubborn. He's still like, he got to the point where I think there's a video of him saying, I hope you get what you want, and what you want is nothing that you've asked for. Like, he's so bitter about this thing. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is just from a petition about just making corporations like accountable. Why is there beef?
Yeah.
There's nothing to have beef about. Like, why is there beef?
Yeah, so it's very weird.
So that's what it is. So if you want to go sign it, you can go sign it, because it helps. Apparently, they need to hit like, I don't know if it's like 2 million or whatever signatures, and they have 1.4 at the moment. I might be wrong about that, but okay, they're 1.2 at the moment, and they need 1.4. Okay. So, but this is the EU one. There's a UK one as well. I don't know if I can sign the EU one, because you have to put your address on. And technically, we're not EU anymore. So,
right, yeah.
But it's a good thing to support. So if people want to support that, because I agree with what it's for. I think it's a good idea. I'm lucky enough that there isn't really anything I play that's like that badly affected by this kind of thing. But in the future, it could be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
that's what's.
By the way, there is a UK version that they've put
Yeah,
in.
there is. Yeah. That's the one that I probably need to sign.
Yeah, no, that's
But yeah.
that's pretty interesting because I know EA are closing down the servers of Anthem next year.
Yeah. So therefore, Anthem's no longer playable. Yeah, and you've paid money for that. You've given time
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, something to add as well. Like corporations are now chiming in with their because it's becoming a big deal, right? So they have to put out some legal like mumbo jumbo or whatever. Sorry, it's like dark in this room, but and basically they're kind of saying like, oh no, we don't want this to happen. Thank you. They're like, oh, we don't want this kind of thing to happen because obviously it probably does affect their plans somewhat. Like if some of them have any obviously live service stuff has died down a bit, but maybe some people are like, oh, live service games where we put out like what's the game that they Taylor loves where they're shooting people all the time? The Freedom one. Damn it.
Or Battlefield.
It's I have it on my Steam. Let me just find it. I'm sure I'm talking about people. You kill all these, you shoot all these bugs and stuff.
Bugs.
It is called Helldivers.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Helldivers, yeah.
Anyway, so Helldivers obviously doing really well at the moment, but if one day it suddenly stops doing well, Sony can just turn around and be like, right, let's shut this down. You know what I mean? So maybe the reason why some corporations are pushing back on it because it's a resource that they're going to have to keep paying for if the law dictates that they have to support it because people have paid money for it. And if that's like we're not going to support the game anymore, but we can't. Basically, we have to basically fund the servers that keep them up going.
That's interesting.
Depending on what criteria. Pirate games, I think Pirate Software, I think what point he made before was about how like we need to be careful about what laws get passed because of this, because it may negatively affect the production of games that we might want to play. Like for example, when people decide I'm not going to make MMOs anymore because of this, for example. And I personally go, that's really for the best because you've been making MMOs for years and so many of them are trash. Like so many of them, every time I see new MMO, I'm just like, it's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's trash.
It's ridiculous, man. Imagine if Street Fighter 4 players that still want to play the game, Capcom say, well, the game is dead now because we've got Street Fighter 6. Let's close the servers down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it could be sort of like a strategy to basically force people to buy the new version because suddenly their old version becomes inoperable.
The same thing Apple likes to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Apple's like brick their system after a while, I guess.
Yeah. After a while, they slow down their thing. I don't know if they still do it. They got caught, as far as I know. But yeah,
it's illegal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you. That's crazy.
So corporations will 100%, do things to incentivize you buying their latest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. So I completely get it. So
yeah, corporations are evil.
Yes.
Well, if they can get away with something, man, they'll do until you put laws in place that stop them from doing it. That's just how they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's mad. Moving on to, let's briefly talk about first impressions of Ironheart. I guess. Elijah, have you watched any of it?
I've watched the first two, I think.
Okay, cool.
Same as me.
Okay, we can talk about the first two. I watched all of
Yeah.
it. I've watched all of it, but I'm interested to hear what you guys
You can
actually
go first,
think
Elijah.
about it.
I've been talking. You can go first because I've been talking to you.
Yeah, no, Ironheart was so far it's been okay. It's quite interesting to see from the perspective of her. Like a lot of people, because some people have had some complaints saying, "Oh, why is Ariri kind of downplaying the accomplishments of just maybe it's because of that." But I mean, the main talking point, apart from that, let's just assume let's look at the good faith actors and say, okay.
Yeah.
They're saying, oh, well, this kind of putting down the accomplishments of Tony Stark and saying, oh, I could have done 1,000 times more than he could if I had the money. But that's kind of the point is she's got that kind of youthful arrogance about us thinking, I just came from nothing and I'm able to do this. Imagine if I had his resources, I'll be able to blow him out of the water. And probably over time she'll realize that's the folly of that idea. People like, oh, so Tony Stark was a bit of a dickhead. Like people don't forget this. You know, like
Yeah, he was a dickhead. Like,
who's the
very unlikable.
Yeah, like the guy. Is it Iron Man 2 or 3? The guy that was just trying to show him his product, and then he just blew him off,
That
and he
was
ended up being the thing. Yeah,
2, 3. No, that was 3.
was that
No,
3?
that
I
was
think
3.
that was 3. Yeah,
Was that 3? Oh, it's
Oh,
3.
three.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
the
3.
guy
It was
that,
3.
that he
Yeah,
blew off when
Yeah.
yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, this guy is some amazing Avengers, Civil War, all bro." Come on. Anyway,
Where the whole point of Tony Stark's arc is him becoming a good person.
yeah.
Got a better
At the end,
person,
the payoff comes at the end, right? Of this whole
Yeah.
thing where people
Yeah.
forget about how he was in the start and in the middle and all of his issues and the problems he caused with Steve Rogers and stuff like that. But anyway, I hear it.
Yeah.
He went out a hero, I get it. But you gotta give the Young Bucks a chance to kind of get through their own character arc as well, you know? Just they don't give her the same grace. That's just
Because she's black. That's why.
Yeah, I was seeing a few like those Reddit posts or like memes. Like from two sides, one someone saying like, "Oh, if I had the same thing Tony did, I don't have his resources." And then at the bottom they put the meme of him basically, of the guy saying he built this in the cave with scraps. And I was like, you guys are misunderstanding like the point of that phrase. He's saying like Tony became huge from this, and he was huge already, and he did it with the cave with scraps. She has done it already, and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't just like, oh, money and access. It was like, I don't have the money, I don't have the access. I built this thing, and I'm still.
Yeah, I have to remember Tony Stark. He had nepotism on his side too.
But yeah, because of his father.
Yeah, he had loads of money. He was basically rich before he even started doing it.
Yeah.
So there's that. But also, like you said, Elijah, maybe it's also like there's an arrogance in her that they're also maybe it's part of the character development stuff.
I think so,
Yeah.
But no, overall, so far, it's been pretty decent, and even though the ending's been spoiled, or the reveal's been spoiled.
Yeah. I like them. One thing I'm going to say to start off is that I'm glad the special effects have been fixed.
Yeah.
Given the fact that obviously it's not like a movie, it's a series, and like the suit looks like it should be there.
Yeah.
Like in Black Panther 2, much as I like that movie, special effects were crap because that suit looked like a toy. It looked like the light didn't bounce off it well enough.
Yeah.
It looked weird. Whereas in this one, it actually looks decent from what I've seen. I also, we go into spoiler territory. I've only watched 2 episodes. For people who haven't watched 2 episodes, maybe you want to watch it and then come back. But anyway, when I saw the cloak, and I saw there's a scene in the second episode where she, the guy's pointing a gun at her.
Yeah.
And the posters in the background say Faust. In the background.
Okay. I didn't even notice.
And I was like, is there another character called Faust? I was like, just checking. And I kept seeing, it was like, there's a link. I think there's a character called Faust in.
Okay.
But basically, when you Google that, you also get Mephisto.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, I wonder if Mephisto is in this to some capacity, right?
I never made that connection.
Because they already drop these things around all the time. But I was like, oh, it'd be surprising if he is, because it'd be like putting, Abomination in a Captain America movie. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like they put people that are sort of like adjacent, like adjacent villains. Yeah. So I was like, maybe it is Mephisto, maybe it's not, but it would be interesting to put Mephisto in a movie about a girl.
Technology.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, what's the link?
Yeah. But from what I watched, I was like, I like the music. Music's good.
Music's good, yeah. It's Ryan Coogler, isn't it? So.
Okay. Music's good. It's I always sort of laugh when I watch like American TV like this, where they really sort of like, it's so black. And I'm like, they're doing some purpose. I don't know if they're doing some purpose or not.
It's probably just normal. So it's probably just normal. It's probably just a Chicago thing.
Yeah, true.
It's like even the boy that like trying to hustle.
Yeah.
I'm like, chill out, man. Like, so, but it's good. I like the thing with her friend. coming back, I was like, oh, is this girl's scenes only flashbacks? I was like, oh, actually, it's not. And then, like so far, I'm enjoying it. It's not the group that no the thieving group.
Yeah.
They're a bit cringe, like a little bit cringe. Like I know what they're doing in relation to like how Disney always does like diversity and stuff. I do find them a little bit cringe, but I'm sure it'll be fine and whatever. And I know that as someone who watches stuff, I do find things cringe. Like if anything sort of draws me out of the experience too easily, I end up finding it a bit cringe.
Yeah.
Which we can talk about K-pop Demon Hunters.
I completely forgot about that. I need to
but generally I think I'm enjoying it. Like I feel like I'd like to watch another, like keep watching it. So
yeah,
good job.
Yeah. First, I agree. Like first couple of episodes, I felt like the pacing was a bit fast in the first couple of episodes. I think they were just really trying to catch you up. But I guess what else could they do? Because they've only got 6 episodes.
Yeah, not a lot.
So total.
They
released them already. All of them. Bulk.
Oh, wow.
Everything. Yeah. So they've had to cram everything in. So I understand why they had to do that. But the pacing at the beginning is a bit fast. It does catch up to itself though, so which is good. But I felt like I think the show is believable in terms of how in terms of the setting and the characters. I do like the characters. The actors are good as well, so and the special effects are good as well, music good. So it's actually a solid show, like surprisingly. I wasn't expecting much from it at all, especially because I don't know anything about the Hood either. Like, I know in the comics what he is in the comics, but like he's one of those villains in the comics that they're not really that big a deal. They do some things that are like interesting, but they're not like a big threat. He's just like an Avengers villain that comes every now and then. But yes, I do have, since I've watched everything, I have further thoughts about everything, but I'm gonna withhold that until you guys finish watching it. Some things I'm just like, do they really need that? I wonder, but no, it's good. It's good.
Do you know if it got rewritten? Reshoots or at all?
Reshoots, probably. I mean, that's to be expected, to be honest. Probably.
Because it took ages before it actually did come out.
Yeah, it took so long. Very long. So yeah. I've some of the jokes land, some of them don't land as much. But it's entertaining. I didn't enjoy watching the whole thing. I did enjoy watching it. So yeah, it's for me. Yeah, I think it's worth watching.
But where does it rank for you in terms of the Marvel series?
Well, I could tell you it's better than flipping Echo. Better than Echo, better than Secret Invasion. Those are the 2 worst ones for me. I would say it's probably like a bit like Hawkeye for me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll put it on the same level as Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it better than Daredevil Born Again? Was that?
No.
Okay.
No.
I haven't been watching that yet, but I've almost finished. It's good.
It's good, yeah.
It's good.
It's not better. Daredevil is one of the better ones. I really enjoyed Daredevil. Not perfect, but like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Nice.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, let's get into that before. Yeah, while we still have time. Ledger, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but guys,
you have the intention of seeing it.
I think I will at some point, but I don't mind being spoiled. It just looks.
To be honest,
looks okay.
There's nothing to spoil.
There's nothing deep about it.
There's nothing to spoil. It's the most like I put it on one it was hot, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
it's hot, so I put something on. I was watching it and I was just like,
so cringe.
Okay, like literally, I think I may have only laughed like once or twice throughout the whole thing. It's so.
Carry on.
Oh, it's so. Like I keep seeing it on Instagram as well. Everybody just raving and ranting about this thing, and I'm like, it's fine. Like, there's so many like Disney movies that are literally just this movie. You know what I mean? Fair. Like, there's so many Disney movies that like the most like basic ones that are just this movie. You know what I mean? There is like nothing special about it other than the fact that they sing K-pop. Like that is it.
That's what makes
like,
it fun.
like the K-pop songs, yeah, they give you the second songs are really funny. Like the Soda Pop one made me laugh.
That was hilarious, man. I was
But outside
dying.
of the songs, it's very cliche. Like there's nothing new about it. I mean, I
Sure.
mean, you don't know if you agree, but like
I agree. There's nothing new. I mean, it's like the storyline is what you'd expect it to be in terms of in terms of the plots, like the way things go. Whenever there's like a team dynamic, there's going to be some friction and stuff like that.
But did you feel that when you were about to watch it, that what you were going to get was the most like paper cut, like templated story?
I guess.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect much from the story. I just thought it's something like fun to watch.
Right,
I didn't really expect anything really. I was just like, oh, this is an animation. It seems a bit fun. And I'm like, oh, okay, the Demon Hunters, 3 of them. Oh, okay. But I didn't really expect too much from it. So I was just watching it with an open mind, just thinking, being like, yeah, this sounds like something that's gonna be fun to watch. So
right, okay. I think maybe what it is that I watch too many animations and now I expect too much.
Probably.
Because if I'm gonna give something an hour and a half of my time, I want to be surprised a little bit, I guess. And maybe because I have friends who like it. They're like, oh, I really like it. Oh, the music is so good. And I'm basically like, yeah, sure, music is fine. Like I'm not into K-pop, so it's hard for me to even listen to it and be like, oh, I really like the song. Some of them are funny, yeah, but and also I think there are like quite a few songs in there as well.
Yeah, quite a lot.
Quite a lot of songs in there. And I think if you're someone who just likes K-pop, you probably will love this thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like you can tell as the story progresses, one of the big shocks, which was really early on, was her tattoos thing. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess this adds a bit of a spin to it. You're like iffing and ahhing about what the bad guys are and how they're going to like, get their way and stuff. I was like, you are for someone who is very anti-demon, you are very welcoming of these pets. And you haven't seen Elijah, but there's a scene basically where, they're all basically it's like almost like it's two like abstracts, not abstracts, two binary things. Like demons are bad, like full stop. That's it, right? So if you see a demon, they're bad, and the whole thing twist about it. Again, spoiler: if you haven't seen it, go watch it if you don't want to be spoiled. Warned you already. Is that one of the main characters is part demon, right? So that just sort of puts a little bit of a twist on the whole thing. But there are scenes where she's hanging out with these like demon animals, obviously, that have invaded her room. But I've heard, I was like, oh, she's going to try and kill this thing because it's in her. Just like, sure, okay, fine. Like, I think I just expected more of a story as well as it being quite funny. And I didn't find it that funny. Okay. There's no story. And it was just basically loads of K-pop.
Okay.
There was more K-pop than I thought there would be. I found it. I really enjoyed it because I found it so funny in terms of like the music. I found it the funniest when the boy band came.
Yeah, When their songs are funny. Their songs are funny.
Yeah, their songs are funny. The girls ones they made me cringe. I was watching it with Deborah, my wife, and at first she thought it was a series, so she was just like thinking, are they going to sing in every episode? Like, this is a lot. What the hell are you watching? And then she was just like, this is so corny. Oh my God. And then the boy band came on and she's like, oh, I'm enjoying this now.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
the boy band made fun of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas the girls ones are a bit more serious. And the boys are a bit more like just trolling, basically.
Yeah. I had a couple songs that were fun. You just want to bust out rapping as well. I'm just like, this is
and the rapping.
But that's K-pop, isn't it? So,
yeah.
So yeah, I guess I think it respected the culture around K-pop quite a lot. I think. Would I go out and listen to K-pop? I felt like, I was like, I'm not the target audience for this, but I can see how
Sure.
someone would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um,
The animation
I
was
did-
good
yeah.
too, by the way.
Yeah, the same Spider-Verse, isn't it? So it's
Oh,
Sony,
it's the
innit?
same people.
Probably.
I didn't realize.
Nice.
Okay.
Clearly, it's got clearly they were drawing from Spider-Verse. Yeah,
You think? Okay. It didn't
yeah,
have that
because it's
sort of
Sony, innit?
like
It's
sketchy sort of like texture that
no, but
Spider-Verse has.
it had that kind of feeling of like it's
Same.
it comes off is the style, the animation style, like the frame, like you know how they change the frame rate so that it looks more like 2D.
Cartoony. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing that you're seeing in like a lot of animations nowadays now. Like in Puss in Boots as well. Oh, such a
Yeah,
good
that's
movie.
such a. I watched that when I was going to Dubai. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, bro.
So good.
Oh,
Sleeper hit. So underrated.
Have you never? Have you?
I've seen it.
Okay,
it.
Yeah,
but,
that's-
loved
I
it.
liked it, but I think it was like that.
I loved.
But
Yeah,
I liked
it. Yeah, I
it.
loved it. Yeah,
I
it
was
was
screaming
good,
like, "Oh,
man.
it's so good!" I'm like,
Yeah, I really
loved
liked
man.
it.
I was like,
maybe I'm just like really picky.
yeah, I think your standards are
That's
like
high.
That is, like,
No,
quite
Puss in Boots
high.
is good, man.
Yeah.
That's me.
Like I
Puss in
expect
Boots.
what I expect from my
Last Wish.
cartoons.
Last Wish.
I expect it to be Zootopia level. Zootopia level.
Bro, you like Zootopia as well? Oh, okay.
Dude,
Bro, I love
Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Zootopia's.
It didn't get as
Zootopia's
much
like-
love as I thought, but it's one of my favorite
I know.
Pixar movies. I
It's
love
so
it.
clever.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
clever. Like
You seen
that.
the trailer
I like that.
That's the
Like,
second one. Coming
Yeah,
out.
the
there
second
is,
one coming.
yeah.
I'm worried that won't be as good as
I don't
the
think
first
so.
one. But the first one's
Yeah.
good. Most of the Toy Stories are also good.
What's
Yeah.
the worst Toy Story?
4.
Is 4 the one? Because
Yeah,
there's
the
been
one
up to
with-
5, right?
No, there's 4.
No, there's been 4. 5 is
okay.
coming out. But
Wait, 5 is
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait. Isn't, wait, okay,
It's
so
gonna be
4
Toy Story
is the
5.
one that's like where they all go separate
Yeah.
ways, basically.
Yeah,
right,
that should
okay.
be the last one.
That should be the last
but-
one, but they're doing another
yeah.
one. Jesus, okay.
Yeah.
Like I liked 4 more than I liked K-pop Demon Hunters.
Fair.
Or more than I like. Do you think Toy Story 4 is better or worse than Last Wish?
It's worse than Last Wish.
I prefer. Yeah,
Definitely.
Last Wish is better
Yeah.
than Toy
You
Story
think?
4.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know why I
What's
didn't
the
really
best
love
Toy
Last Wish.
Story?
3. No,
Two.
not 3. Yeah,
I think
3.
that-
Yeah, 3 probably. Well,
I think 2 is.
Isn't it where they? Is it 2 or 3 where they're
3
in
is
the
the one
fire?
with the furnace.
Yeah, 3 is the one with the
Three's
furnace.
the
Yeah,
furnace.
Well, I remember more of Toy Story 2.
I mean, it was very long time
yeah.
ago.
But
Yeah.
I mean, what happened in 2? What
I
was
was
the thing
told
in
about
2?
when Woody gets abducted by the chicken man.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah.
I would say okay, maybe I'll say 2 is better than 3 actually, but 4
3 is
4
just
was-
darker.
wasn't good.
Yeah, 3 is dark, but
3, 5 to 4
the
is
last
dark,
scene
to be honest.
kind of threw off for me when Andy's like acting like a kid and he's like a college teen playing with his toys. Like it was a bit weird.
I mean,
I found.
because I'm even thinking like, because even there's a new movie now which I have to figure. I mean, quite a few Pixar movies I've missed because some of them aren't as big as the other. Like, what about Inside? Is it Inside Out?
Yeah, Inside Out.
Inside
yeah.
Out. What with the emotions?
The first one.
Yeah, I like the
The second
I like
one
the
is
first one.
fine.
What about
Second
Coco?
one's
I think
fine.
Coco's
Second
my
one's fine.
favorite as well.
Oh, Coco is
Oh
so
my God.
good.
Yeah.
Ah, I wasn't ready for that movie.
Yeah, that was.
Deborah was
I hate
crying.
that. I hate
wasn't
that
ready.
movie.
I was
She
just like,
was.
I
bawling.
loved it,
Go and
but
watch
it
this
reminded me of
movie,
my
whatever.
grandma. I was like, bro, I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah. So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when I watch these animations, I expect like to come out of it and felt something. You know,
Right.
if I go and watch these movies, I don't really feel anything, or I don't feel like enough. Then, like, okay, I'll say like one thing K-pop Demons I thought was quite powerful was when she was basically like goes back to her like adopted mother or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And trying to sort of like figure out what to do next. But unfortunately, what's happened because of time or whatever, that things get resolved very easily.
Yeah.
You know, the resolution was just like, I decided to just not be sad anymore, really, to be honest. Like that was how they resolved it, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, okay, sure. Like,
Yeah.
why am I paying attention to this kind of
Yeah.
thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's what the problem was for me. And technically, quite a lot of people died. If you
A
think
lot of
about it.
demons.
No, a lot of demons died, yeah, but a lot of humans also died. A lot of people went
Really?
missing.
Yeah,
Yes.
they did, didn't they?
Shall we just
That's
not
true.
talk about any? Like that's what I mean. Like it feels very much like just we made like the simplest TV show and put a bunch of K-pop on it, and people love it. Like 95% Rotten Tomatoes.
Because of the K-pop, bro. It's the K-pop.
Yeah, I'm just a bit like I don't.
If they
I don't
if they replace
understand.
like the K-pop with like hip hop, like would they have made it better for you?
No, because they're black people. People don't like black people.
Hey man, people love Straight Outta Compton. Anyway, it feels like a different
They sing
time.
it straight out
It feels
Yeah.
like a
Compton.
different time, and this does
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, anyway. It's fine if you like
It's alright.
hip hop Demon Hunters. I just thought it was.
I can see why it would be
I keep telling people,
popular.
I keep telling people saying like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
fine," but actually, I think it's just a bit rubbish, personally. So I don't think it's as good as people think it is. I'm just like, oh, it's the most basic. If you didn't put the singing in it, no one would. Anyway, sorry, I finished.
By the way, he has such a what's it? If it doesn't make me feel pain in some way.
Yes, give you an hour and a half of my life, and I don't, and I
You
basically
would love
don't feel
Expedition
anything. Are you
33.
mad?
There's
You
bare
think
pain. Bare
Tega,
pain.
yes, like Tega for example, right? Tega will sleep. He won't even engage with the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there are people
Did
who
he
are
sleep
like,
through
I give you
Eternals,
20.
or was it?
He slept through. So
Yeah, I
many
feel,
movies.
yeah. I slept through Aquaman.
You know what I
I was
mean?
like, this thing's ass.
You
bro.
know?
You slept when we went to watch Batman, didn't you? You fell
You
asleep.
did I? I think so.
I
Yeah,
ju-
at some point.
Yeah, I think you did. I ain't gonna lie.
You know? So for me, I'm like, even if I'm like, this movie, let me just pay attention and let's see where it takes me, because maybe there's something here. And then you watch the whole movie and you're like, what was that? I don't. What if I have to go out with like some songs that like, I don't want to leave. Like even Frozen had songs, and Frozen's a pretty
Frozen has
decent
songs,
movie.
but yeah.
And it's a decent movie. There's a story to it that actually like, you can sort of like I would say, like, much as I don't think Frozen is like the best. I think Moana's better than Frozen personally.
Never watched
No,
Moana.
neither
Moana's
did I.
good. The first one. Apparently the second one's rubbish, but the first one's good. Like Moana to me is better than Frozen. It's basically the same thing. Just one is ice and one is like water. Basically. And those two stories, there's like stuff, there's like growth, character development, all that stuff. But this thing is like, I mean, the one thing I guess you could argue there's like a character development is like the main character girl and the demon guy. But guess what? Again, spoiler, Elijah, sorry again if you're going to watch this thing. But the main demon guy dies, right? And nobody cares. Do you remember that? Right? They just went back about their business like it was no big deal. Like there was supposed to be like a love interest or something. And it was, well, next. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That all these things that you're a bit like, someone didn't care about the story of this movie and just wrote some songs.
I think they wanna make hits on like to get the stream money.
Yeah, I mean it's worked because they'll probably make another one. Probably. Because it's done so well. Yeah. I just don't understand why. That's me. Anyway, I'll stop jumping on this movie.
Fair. What about pretty much that's the end of the episode. We can do the other thing, maybe the next episode.
What other thing?
Movies that will make
yes.
anime.
Yeah, that's the topic.
Okay. Yeah, I have my list. But yeah, thanks for listening, people, and let us know what you think about anything in the comments wherever you listen to it.
If you watch Lord of Mysteries, tell me if you know the story. Because
is it like Zombie Loan?
No, because it's well, actually, Zombie Loan that confusing. I don't think Zombie was that confusing compared to this.
Okay, Zombie Loan just sucked. It
just sounds like they just like put some scripts on the floor and just tossed a coin, and they just closed their eyes and threw something, they threw water. And if the water hit the paper, then they're like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Next 10 minutes, because and you're like, what is this thing talking? Who's this guy? Why do I? What's? It's dude. Just watch the first episode and you just be like, "What's this TV show?" I don't understand.
I need to.
Like I thought convoluted stories were more like a Japanese thing, but apparently it's a Chinese thing as well. You know when some Japanese thing you watch and you're like, "This story is so like Kingdom Hearts."
Yeah.
Like, why is this thing so like
so random?
for no reason?
So complicated
for no reason. So this one I feel like it's just like hype. Like it looks, it's beautiful.
Okay,
but it makes no goddamn sense. That's it. But I won't watch the first episode. So yeah.
Okay. Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see.
All right. That's it.
All right, y'all. Catch
Peace.
you later.
Bye.